Hi guys, good evening. It's Sunday and I slept all day because I worked last night. And as most of you know, I work the overnight shift, so I work 12-hour shift. I don't get off to work until about 6 a.m. Then I don't get home until about almost 7. So I'm a bit exhausted when I get home, so I sleep and sleep and sleep. And so it's basically a lazy Sunday. Um, So today I'm going to discuss some of my travels. I know a lot of you have asked about my travels and everything that makes me tick is about travel. You know, since I was very young, I was infatuated with the aviation world and aircraft and planes, and it was just something I always wanted to do, and that's why I started to work for an airline at a very young age, in all different capacities. I was a flight attendant. I worked in operations. I'm now a travel coordinator for a private charter airlines. So, with that being said, all that, I wanted to travel, but I work for private airlines now, so we really don't have like free travel. There's nothing, not really. There's not doesn't really exist where I work. So, but that's fine. I don't mind buying plane tickets to go where to see the world. So let's talk about my last trip. My last trip was kind of a spur of the moment trip. I um, I decided to go to Asia. I have a friend that lives there, and I wanted to see him. And so I says, why not? I says, let me try to figure this out and figure my vacation time and all of that good stuff. And so I ended up going to Asia for 17 days. I flew from New York to Seattle, Washington, from Seattle to Tokyo, Tokyo to Manila, to the Philippines. What an experience. Um, Culture shock to say the least. It's an amazing country. The people are phenomenal. Everyone is so friendly and humble. Even the wealthiest people to the poverty-stricken people, everyone is so friendly, and it's such a beautiful place. Traffic is insane. It gives LA a run for their money. Trust me. Traffic is insanity. Never seen anything like this before. Um, but that's fine. I'm from New York. I'm used to that. But I definitely suggest to go to the Philippines. It's extremely cheap. If I spent $1,000 in 17 days, that was a lot of money. I always suggest stay in Airbnbs because I don't like to stay in cold, stale hotels. Um, I'd prefer to stay where the real people live. And so I always stay in Airbnbs, and I always get a full apartment. And you have your living quarters, you have your kitchen, dining room, um, you know, a sitting area, a living room. Sometimes you have a little office space. You have Wi-Fi, you have Netflix, central air, central heat. That's very important. For me, it is anyway. And and it's amazing, and most of them are usually in amazing buildings. So this particular one was amazing in the Philippines. I mean, I stayed in a dormant building, and it was really beautiful. And and I toured all around Manila, and everyone was like, "Oh, you have to go to the islands. You have to go to the islands." And I'm like, "Okay, but I haven't even finished Manila yet." So I said, "So I knew I was going to be there for some time, so I was just taking my time, getting up when I wanted to get up. That's what vacation's about, right? And every day was like nothing was scheduled. It was just like wherever I end up, I end up, you know. So one day I went to an area called Intramuros, which was a walled city in the Philippines, and they It's very, very it's historic. I can't even talk anymore. I'm so tired. It's an historic place and historic site rather, and you learn all about the history of the Philippines, and it's very, very interesting. I had a tour, which was very, very cool. It's very, very big. It's very, very large, and it's an entire city that's walled, which is very, very cool. Um, I saw, of course, every place I go, I have to go to the churches because that's just me. It's the Catholic in me, I guess, right? So I went to churches in all around Manila. I found these amazing and beautiful churches. And of course, I walk into this one church in a historical part of town called Santa Ana. And I'm looking up, and all of a sudden, Padre Pio's in front of me. It's almost like he's God sent. And as most of you know that really know me, they know I'm a big, big fan of Padre Pio. So, it's just kind of, I got emotional. I'm all the way on the other side of the world, and they have a big saint of Padre Pio, and this whole big, beautiful thing. And I thought that was really, really awesome. It's almost like, I'm so far from home, but yet I'm not that far. And the comfort was there. It's pretty amazing. It was really a great experience. Um, I went to a lot of poverty areas. I saw, it's kind of gut wrenching to see the poverty, and it's in your face, and the children, and it's just these beautiful kids everywhere, and even young adults, and the poverty is just, it's all over, and it's sad. It's very, very sad. But then you go to some areas of the Philippines, and it's very, very wealthy, and you would never know that these other people lived on the other side, if you will. It's like, wow, that's crazy. So, a few days later, I decided to go to the islands, like everyone kept telling me to go. So I went to an island called Palawan. Excuse me if I'm not pronouncing it right. And I spent a few days there. I met two ladies there. I met a lady on a plane, and she we exchanged phone numbers because me, I talk to everyone, and I'm very much the extrovert, and I talk to I don't care who you are, and I'll talk to you. And by the time we got off the plane, we knew everything about each other, and we became friends. And she reached out to me, and she actually picked me up, and she toured me around the island of Palawan. We went to sing karaoke. We had a blast. So she's now my adopted grandmother. And in the Philippines, you say grandma, you say Lola. So she's my Lola. and then she had a friend that's also my new Lola. So I have two Lolas in the Philippines now, and two amazing ladies, extremely, extremely humble. Just I was so, so grateful to have that. It's nothing like touring around a place with a native, and where they know, where to go, when to go, what to eat, and it was it was really, really a great experience. Lola number two, let's say. She took me to the free jail in Palawan, which was really, really cool. So it's all the inmates. They basically live free on this big, big compound, and it's acres and acres of land. So basically, they take care of themselves. They grow their own food. They build little arts and crafts, and they sell them to the public. They dance, and they do all these like dancing skits, and so people donate. The public that come to visit to watch it. They're really, really amazing guys. They're humble. They're really nice guys. It's not dangerous at all. Um, I took pictures with them. I talk to them. They all speak English. A lot, probably 90% of the Filipinos speak English, and they speak another language called Sangalo. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right. So, probably not. but which is their native language, and which is really, it's really nice that everyone speaks English, so it's easy to get around. And so back to the jail. The jail is very cool. I bought some arts and crafts there. I mean, everything is affordable. Nothing's very expensive. I also went to a reptile farm, which was really, really cool. I had big, big snakes, like bigger than me, and just holding them, and just like, you can't believe this, and all these different reptiles, which was very, very cool as well. Um, I saw some like the beaches. I went up into the mountains. The beaches are stunning. I mean, they're all out of magazines. I mean, you've never seen anything like this. Seven wonders of the world. Well, this is one of them, and it's it's beyond words. So I mean, you can go to Japan, you can go to China. Those are great places. You can go to Korea, but the Philippines is special, and will always hold a special place in my heart. And I will go. I will return one day, and you know, but it was a great, great experience. I'm really glad that I did it. It's been 17 whole days there, which was pretty amazing trip. Um, but definitely go to the Philippines. If you guys have any questions, about touring the Philippines or where to go, where to stay, please reach out to me. Post comments in my, below on my channel here, and I'll answer them, or, reach out to me personally. However you want to do this, I will help you. There's nothing I love more than to travel. All right, signing out for now. Take care, be well, and take care of each other. Bye now.